We begin with the understanding that everything in this universe is energy. I want you to sit with that for a moment. Everything is energy. The chair you sit on, the thoughts you think, the emotions that wash over you, the people you interact with, and the circumstances that surround you, they all vibrate at different frequencies. And here's the thing, when you learn to vibrate correctly, you align yourself with forces beyond what you can even begin to comprehend. You begin to tap into the rhythm of the universe itself, and when you do that, your life accelerates spiritually, emotionally, physically, and in ways that will leave you in absolute awe. Now let's talk about the concept of vibration. You might be asking yourself, what does it mean to vibrate? Our thoughts, emotions, and actions send out vibrational waves like ripples in a pond. Every time you think or feel something, you're sending out signals into the universe. The universe, in turn, responds by aligning experiences, people, and opportunities that resonate with the frequency you're emitting. It's like a cosmic echo, and the key to mastering this echo is learning to vibrate correctly. But what does it mean to vibrate correctly? Well, it doesn't mean achieving some arbitrary state of perfection. It means aligning your energy with the things you truly desire, with the higher aspects of your being, and with the fundamental truths of the universe. When you vibrate correctly, you're not fighting against the current of life. Instead, you're flowing with it. And when you flow with life, everything becomes easier. The right people show up. The right people show up. The right opportunities appear. The answers you've been seeking simply come to you.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lessons.
Here's a question for you. Have you ever wondered why sometimes life feels like an uphill battle? Why sometimes it seems like no matter how hard you try, things just don't go your way? It's because you're vibrating at a frequency that's not in harmony with what you truly want. You're out of sync with the flow. And when you're out of sync, everything feels forced. But when you learn to tune your frequency, when you learn to vibrate correctly, you stop struggling. Life starts to unfold naturally, almost effortlessly. Now, I'm not saying that learning to vibrate correctly is easy. It requires a deep level of introspection and awareness. You have to start paying attention to the energy you're putting out into the world. You have to become conscious of your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions. Are you vibrating at the frequency of fear, doubt, and lack? Or are you vibrating at the frequency of love, abundance, and faith? One of the most powerful tools you can use to shift your vibration is intention. The energy you put into your intentions is critical. When you set an intention with clarity and focus, you send out a powerful signal into the universe, and the universe always responds. But here's the catch: if your intention is weighed down by doubt, fear, or conflicting emotions, your signal becomes distorted. It's like trying to send a message through a broken radio. The universe can't respond clearly because your transmission is garbled. So how do we fix this? How do we ensure that we're sending out the right signals? It starts with mindfulness. Begin by becoming aware of what you're thinking and feeling throughout the day. Notice the energy behind your thoughts. Are they filled with fear, worry, or frustration? Or are they filled with love, hope, and trust? You see, every thought you have is a vibration, and every vibration has a frequency. If you want to vibrate correctly, you need to start choosing thoughts that align with the frequency of what you want to experience. If you want to attract abundance, start thinking thoughts of abundance. If you want to attract love, start thinking thoughts of love. It sounds simple, but it requires discipline. It requires constant awareness. A lot of people believe that their thoughts are random, that they have no control over them. But that's not true. You have the power to choose your thoughts. You have the power to shift your vibration at any moment. It all comes down to where you focus your attention. Energy flows where attention goes. So ask yourself, where is your attention right now? What are you focusing on? Are you focusing on what you don't want? Or are you focusing on what you do want? Take a moment to reflect on this. Take a deep breath and allow yourself to feel the energy that's moving through you right now. What's the quality of that energy? Is it light and expansive, or is it heavy and constricted? This is your vibration. This is what you're sending out into the universe. And the universe is always listening. Now, here's something mind-blowing. You're not just sending out energy, you're also receiving it. You're like a radio tower, constantly transmitting and receiving signals. The energy you emit attracts experiences, people, and circumstances that match your vibration. If you're vibrating at a frequency of joy, you'll attract more joy into your life. If you're vibrating at a frequency of fear, you'll attract more fear-based experiences. The key to vibrating correctly is to raise your frequency. But how do you do that? It starts with self-awareness. You need to become aware of the patterns in your life that are keeping you at a lower frequency. Maybe it's negative thinking. Maybe it's toxic relationships. Maybe it's limiting beliefs that you've been carrying around for years. Whatever it is, it's time to let it go. It's time to release the old energy so that you can make space for something new. One of the most powerful ways to raise your vibration is through gratitude. Gratitude is one of the highest frequency emotions you can feel. When you're in a state of gratitude, you're aligned with the frequency of abundance. You're telling the universe, I am thankful for what I have, and I am open to receiving more, and the universe responds. But here's the thing, you can't fake gratitude. You can't just say, I'm grateful while feeling lack or resentment. True gratitude comes from the heart. It's a deep, genuine appreciation for the blessings in your life, big and small. When you cultivate an attitude of gratitude, your entire vibration shifts. And when your vibration shifts, your reality shifts. At this point, you might be wondering, how do I maintain this higher vibration? It's one thing to feel grateful for a moment, but how do you stay in that state consistently? The answer lies in daily practice. Just like you would train your body at the gym to become stronger, you need to train your mind and emotions to vibrate at a higher frequency. This means developing habits that support your vibration. Meditation, mindfulness, positive affirmations, spending time in nature, and surrounding yourself with high vibrational people, all of these practices help to keep your vibration elevated. But here's a crucial piece of wisdom: you don't need to be perfect. You don't need to be in a state of high vibration 100% of the time. Life is full of ups and downs, and it's natural to experience a range of emotions. The goal is not to suppress your emotions or pretend that everything is always amazing. The goal is to become aware of your emotions and to consciously choose how you want to respond. Let's dive deeper into the concept of alignment. This is where your spiritual journey truly begins to accelerate. Alignment is about tuning your entire being, your thoughts, emotions, and actions to the frequency of your highest purpose. Imagine yourself as an instrument. If you're out of tune, no matter how hard you try to play, the music just won't sound right. But when you're in tune, every note you play resonates with clarity, beauty, and power. That's what alignment feels like. To accelerate your spiritual journey, you must first understand that alignment is not just a mental or emotional state, it's a holistic experience that involves every aspect of your being. When you're aligned, you're in harmony with the universe. You're in sync with the natural flow of life, and things start to happen quickly and effortlessly. You might call it synchronicity, luck, or divine timing, but in reality, it's simply the result of your energy vibrating in harmony with the energy of the universe. So how do you get into alignment? It all starts with clarity. You need to have a clear understanding of who you are and what you want. This sounds simple, but most people go through life without truly knowing themselves. They get caught up in the noise of the world, in other people's expectations, in the endless distractions that pull them away from their true selves. But alignment requires focus. It requires you to strip away the layers of conditioning and to reconnect with the essence of who you are. Here's a question for you. When was the last time you sat in silence and asked yourself, what do I really want? Not what society tells you to want, not what your family expects of you, but what you truly desire on a soul level. Take a moment to reflect on that. What is it that your heart is calling you toward? What is it that makes you feel alive, that lights you up inside? This is the key to alignment, following the path that resonates with your deepest truth. But alignment is not just about knowing what you want, it's also about aligning your actions with that desire. It's about making choices that resonate with your highest self. Every decision you make, whether it's big or small, either brings you closer to or takes you further away from alignment. And here's the thing, when you're in alignment, the universe responds. Doors start to open. Opportunities that seemed impossible before suddenly appear. You meet the right people at the right time. It's as if the entire universe is conspiring to help you achieve your goals. But here's the catch: alignment requires trust. You have to trust that the universe knows what it's doing, even when things don't seem to be going your way. Sometimes the path to alignment doesn't look the way you expect it to. Sometimes it requires you to let go of things that no longer serve you, even if they're comfortable or familiar. But when you trust in the process, when you trust that the universe is guiding you toward your highest good, you free yourself from fear and doubt. And in that space of trust, your vibration rises. Now, let's talk about a crucial aspect of alignment that many people overlook: your environment. The people you surround yourself with, the places you spend your time, and the media you consume all have a profound impact on your vibration. If you're spending time with people who drain your energy, if you're constantly exposing yourself to negativity, or if you're living in a cluttered, chaotic space, it will be much harder for you to stay in alignment. Your environment should support your vibration. Surround yourself with people who uplift you, who inspire you, who encourage you to grow. Create a space that feels peaceful, that reflects the energy of who you want to become. And be mindful of what you allow into your mind and heart. The shows you watch, the books you read, the conversations you engage in, these all have an impact on your frequency. If you want to accelerate your spiritual journey, you need to be intentional about the energy you surround yourself with. Here's another powerful question for you to consider: what in your life is currently out of alignment? Where are you giving your energy to things that don't serve your highest good? It could be a toxic relationship, a job that drains you, or even a habit that no longer resonates with who you are becoming. Take a moment to reflect on this. Where is your energy being misaligned? The first step to changing your vibration is awareness. Once you become aware of where you're out of alignment, you can start to make changes. And remember, these changes don't have to be drastic. Sometimes, the smallest shift in your environment, in your thoughts, or in your actions can have a profound impact on your vibration. Now, let's talk about one of the most powerful tools you have for alignment: your emotions. Your emotions are like a compass, constantly guiding you toward or away from alignment. When you feel joy, love, excitement, and peace, you're in alignment. When you feel fear, anger, frustration, or sadness, you're out of alignment. This doesn't mean that you should suppress or ignore negative emotions. On the contrary, it's important to acknowledge and process them. But don't dwell in them. Don't allow them to lower your vibration for extended periods of time. When you feel a negative emotion, ask yourself, what is this emotion trying to tell me? How is it showing me that I'm out of alignment? And then, make a conscious choice to shift your vibration. Sometimes this shift can be as simple as changing your focus. If you're feeling anxious, for example, you can shift your focus to something that brings you peace. Maybe it's a memory of a time when you felt calm. Or maybe it's simply taking a few deep breaths and reconnecting with the present moment. Your emotions are powerful indicators of your vibration. Use them as a tool to guide you back to alignment whenever you find yourself drifting off course. And remember, it's not about being in a state of constant bliss. It's about being aware of your vibration and making conscious choices to stay in alignment as much as possible. Now, let's dive into one of the most practical aspects of vibrating correctly: action. It's not enough to just think positive thoughts or feel good emotions. You have to take action that is in alignment with your desires. This is where a lot of people get stuck. They think that if they just meditate or visualize their ideal life, it will magically appear. But that's not how the universe works. The universe responds to action. When you take action that is aligned with your desires, you send a powerful signal to the universe. You're telling the universe, I'm serious about this. I'm committed to this path, and the universe responds by aligning circumstances and opportunities to support you. But here's the important part: the action must be aligned with your vibration. If you're taking action from a place of fear or desperation, you're not truly in alignment. You're still vibrating at a lower frequency, and the universe will respond accordingly. So how do you take aligned action? Start by tuning into your intuition. Your intuition is your direct connection to the universe, and it always knows the right next step. But you have to be willing to listen. You have to be willing to trust that inner voice, even when it doesn't make logical sense. Sometimes, aligned action looks like stepping outside of your comfort zone. Sometimes it looks like taking a leap of faith. But when you trust your intuition and take action from a place of alignment, the results are often miraculous. Here's a final question for this part of our journey: what action can you take today that will bring you into greater alignment with your desires? It doesn't have to be a big action. It could be something as simple as sending an email, making a phone call, or even just sitting in silence and meditating on your next steps. Whatever it is, take that action today. Don't wait. The universe rewards those who are willing to take aligned action. Let's get real for a second. When we talk about manifesting, when we talk about bringing our dreams into reality, most people think it's some mystical, far-off process. They believe that if they just hope hard enough or think about something long enough, it will magically show up. But that's not how this game works. Manifestation is about embodying the energy of what you want now, not someday in the future. It's about being the person who already has what you desire, long before it physically arrives. There's a huge difference between wanting something and aligning with it. Wanting comes from a place of lack. It says to the universe, I don't have this, and I need it to feel complete. But when you're aligned, you're not chasing after anything. You're not grasping or begging. You're living as if it's already yours. You're vibrating at the frequency of your desire, and that's when the universe starts handing you everything you've been asking for. Here's the truth: the universe doesn't respond to your wants or needs. It responds to who you are being. If you're constantly vibrating at a frequency of lack, if you're always feeling desperate, anxious, or frustrated, then you're going to attract more situations that match that vibration. But when you shift your energy, when you start vibrating at the frequency of abundance, love, success, or whatever it is you're aiming for, the universe can't help but respond. It has no choice but to match your vibration. Think about it like this: if you want to listen to a certain radio station, you have to tune into the right frequency. You can't expect to hear your favorite song if you're tuned into static, right? The same goes for manifesting. You've got to tune into the energy of your desires. You've got to become a match for what you want, not just in your thoughts, but in your entire being. So what does that actually look like in real life? Let's say you want to manifest more wealth. The first step is to stop vibrating at the frequency of scarcity. That means no more complaining about money, no more focusing on what you don't have. Instead, you start living with the energy of someone who already has financial abundance. You start making decisions from that place. You start managing whatever money you do have with gratitude and confidence. You start acting like someone who respects and attracts wealth. And as crazy as it might sound, the universe will follow your lead. In the same way, if you want to attract love, you can't sit around feeling lonely, waiting for someone to come and complete you. That's the energy of lack. Instead, you need to become the kind of person who is already whole, who radiates love in everything they do. That doesn't mean pretending you're in a relationship when you're not. It means embodying the energy of love in your everyday life, treating yourself with kindness, showing compassion to others, and living with an open heart. When you vibrate at the frequency of love, love finds you. But here's something most people don't realize: it's not just about the big things like wealth or relationships. Every single moment is an opportunity to shift your vibration. How you show up in the little things, how you treat people, how you handle challenges, how you talk to yourself, these are all signals you're sending out into the universe. You can't hide your energy. You might say all the right affirmations, you might visualize your dream life every morning, but if your underlying vibration is still stuck in fear, doubt, or resentment, that's what the universe is going to respond to. So let's cut through the noise. If you want to 10x your spiritual journey, if you really want to start manifesting things faster than you ever thought possible, you've got to start with your inner state. You need to become the kind of person who is aligned with your desires on every level. That means your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions all need to be in sync. You can't be thinking thoughts of abundance while feeling emotions of lack. You can't be wishing for success while taking actions that come from a place of fear. Everything has to line up. And here's the kicker: you have to do this consistently. It's not enough to vibrate at a high level for a few minutes during your morning meditation and then go back to your old patterns for the rest of the day. Consistency is key. The universe isn't keeping score of how many hours you've spent visualizing, it's responding to the overall vibration you're putting out. Are you living in alignment day in and day out? Or are you flipping back and forth between frequencies, sending out mixed signals? Let's break it down practically. If you're serious about manifesting, start by checking in with yourself throughout the day. Ask yourself, what's my energy like right now? Am I vibrating at the frequency of what I want, or am I stuck in old patterns? This isn't about judging yourself or beating yourself up when you're out of alignment. It's about awareness. The more aware you become of your vibration, the easier it is to shift it. And here's the beauty of it: once you start living in alignment with your highest vibration, things happen fast. It's like you've been stuck in slow motion all this time, and suddenly someone hits fast forward. The right people, the right opportunities, the right ideas, they all start showing up, and it feels like they're coming out of nowhere. But they're not. They've been waiting for you to match their frequency. Now, let's talk about one of the most overlooked aspects of manifestation: letting go. This is where most people get tripped up. They set their intentions, they do the work to align their vibration, but then they hold on so tightly to the outcome that they end up blocking the very thing they're trying to manifest. When you're constantly obsessing over whether or not your desires are going to show up, you're sending out a vibration of doubt. And doubt is a low-frequency energy that repels your desires. Letting go doesn't mean giving up on your dreams. It means trusting that the universe has heard your request and that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. It means releasing the need to control every detail and allowing things to happen in their own time and in their own way. When you let go, you create space for the universe to work its magic. You stop getting in your own way. Think of it like planting a seed. Once you've planted it, you don't stand over it every day, wondering if it's going to grow. You water it, you give it sunlight, and then you trust that it's going to do what it's meant to do. The same goes for manifestation. Once you've set your intention and aligned your vibration, you have to trust that the universe has got your back. You've done your part. Now let the universe do its part. Here's the thing: the universe is always working behind the scenes, often in ways you can't see or understand. Just because something hasn't shown up in your physical reality yet doesn't mean it's not on its way. Sometimes things are being rearranged in ways that are far more complex than you can imagine. Sometimes you need to go through certain experiences or meet certain people before your desires can manifest. Trust the process. And remember, the universe's timing is always perfect. It might not be your timing, but it's always perfect. When you let go of the need for things to happen on your schedule, you free yourself from so much unnecessary stress and anxiety. You start to live in a state of flow, where everything unfolds naturally and effortlessly. So here's where it all comes together. If you want to accelerate your spiritual journey, if you want to start manifesting your desires with ease, you've got to master your vibration. That means aligning your thoughts, your emotions, and your actions with the energy of what you want. It means living as if your desires are already here, even when they haven't shown up yet. And it means letting go of the need to control the outcome, trusting that the universe is always working in your favor. When you do this, you stop fighting against life. You stop trying to force things to happen. Instead, you step into the flow of the universe, where everything happens in perfect harmony. And that's when the real magic begins. That's when your spiritual journey goes from a slow crawl to a full-fledged acceleration,